Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from Gold Squadron Flight Club, and it is a beautiful Saturday morning. If you haven't watched us live, or maybe you are watching live and don't know when else we're here, Monday, Wednesdays, Saturdays, here for your viewing pleasure, join us, Gold Squadron Flight Club or Gold Squadron Podcast. Now, our rules for today, as you guys know, we like to do things a little different sometimes. Sometimes we do just regular extended or hyperspace. Today, these players had a mission. It is our ship showcase. Players must use at least 101 points of their designated ship, but they have to have at least two different ships in two different ship types in their list. So, Samuel Dameron assigned 2 Psy shuttles. He assigned the Psy shuttle, decided to take 2 of them. Lysander assigned the space couch and brought not 1, not 2, but 3 of them. But we'll get the full list breakdown here in a minute. I am joined by my friend Sammy.
Good evening, everybody.
All right, Sammy, I'm about to open up, though, the Choose Your Champion betting. And while I'm doing that, please go ahead and break down these lists.
All right. So Samuel Dameron in the left side brought up 3 FO fighters, static, Scots, and TN 3465 with 2 first-order couriers, with both of them having biohexacrypt codes, one of them carrying Supreme Leader Snoke, and the other one has Sensor Buoy Suite and Kylo Ren as a crew. On the other side, Lysander, both 3 of those logistic division pilots, resistance transports, with 2 X-Wings, Karekun and Black Squadron Ace, both with heroic and S-foils.
All right, it looks like here in the opening you got Lysander. Let's talk about his opening. He went couch, X-Wing, couch, X-Wing, couch, right? So nice net here. I'm a little bit worried about the opening, though, for that logistics division pilot that's all the way on that bottom right-hand side, because I think the action is going to end up happening on the top side of the board. Do you think the logistics division pilot, the red one, is going to have enough time to get into the action?
He will have a bit of a hard time because the 3 banks are red, so he can't go that fast. But if he slow rolls the rest of the list, he can actually get a nice flank with it if he slows down the rest of his list.
All right, here we go. Karekun is going to take a shot at the sensor buoy, trying to get it off the board.
And that's, for me, is a brilliant move because you don't want them to give the early target locks. So you have to take them out.
Ooh, nice roll here. Got hit, crit. I mean, you needed a roll like that in order to have a chance to take this thing off the board. And you are going to deal a single damage to it. Now, those buoys do have 2 hull on them. It's the only remote, I believe, right now that has more than 1 hull. Am I correct on that?
I think so. Dark One Probe has 1 HP only.
Mm-hmm. Sub Hedgehog in the chat says, chunkiest remote boys. Exactly. Might have another shot with the yellow logistic division pilot.
He should, have. They are now just talking about, does it go face down or face up?
It's face down. It's just damage. And the other buoy getting shot at. There is a lock out there. He's going to go ahead and spend the lock. Only
unlucky.
1. Yep. He needs 5 focuses here in order to do a damage. He got 3 of them, not 5. So, Sammy, if you were playing Choose Your Champion, who would you be betting for? Who do you think has the advantage in this matchup?
I like the position that the Resistance has, but I like the FO list more. So I will choose the FO list about 6 out of 10 times.
All right, and it looks like Lysander did have one more shot on the buoys. He's going to go ahead and take it. 2-dice shot on our bottom buoy, our BB. Ooh, has a chance. Hit crit. You're saying there's a chance. Yes. He killed it. Was able to take that second buoy off the board, taking away some target lock flexibility there from the First Order.
Yeah, and that for later on is really good for him.
Now, for somebody who doesn't know, what do those sensor buoys do?
They give you, at the end of the engagement, you can take target lock from them at range 0 to 1, was it?
That sounds right, yeah. Before you engage, you may acquire a lock on a ship at range 0 to 1 of a friendly sensor buoy, ignoring range restrictions. Yeah, so those, I mean, it's not even a target lock action. It is just free. And it's not only, the timing is also amazing. Before you engage, so before any of the shots even happen, here's a target lock for you. Now fire.
And it actually combos well with the biohex equipped codes that you can actually use to jam them on over the range 3.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Hello World in the chat asking, don't the buoys have 2 hull? You are correct, they do. And Lysander was able to deal 1 damage with the with Karakun in the orange X-Wing out there, and then the other one with the center resistance transport. All right.
Question for you, Dion, actually, because I have heard some people shuffling those damaged cards back to the deck, and some have taken them out. Which one is correct?
That is a great question, because I don't think there is a direction in the rules book, in the rule book, off the top of my head. Let's go exploring. So the sub hedgehog says you need to put them back in the deck. Let's go confirm that. We have a few people saying they're supposed to be reshuffled. I'll believe you. Yes, reshuffle. And
yeah, that looks like the consensus.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep, confirmed. Confirmed. Just took a peek here at the rules reference. Confirmed. You reshuffle them in. So Jonah, if you can grab those damage cards and ping them into the damage deck. And go back in. Reshuffle in. Yeah, yep.
I like that he is coordinating focuses for the X-Wings in this round.
Yeah, it gives him that opportunity to end up setting up some target locks. Now,
real quick, for anybody who might need the exact page, it's page 17 of the rules reference where it details the remote damage.
Thank you.
Thank you, producer Jonah. All right. We're going to get some coordinated action here from the Snoke carrying First Order Courier. Now, I did mention when we were ranking a couple weeks ago on the podcast that I wasn't sure where was the place for the First Order Courier, and Samuel deciding to take an opportunity to kind of test it out. Let's take 2 of these First Order Couriers. Let's carry some really important crew. You know, we got Snoke and Kylo Ren out there. We'll see what we get. Now, of course, in this matchup, Supreme Leader Snoke ends up having a little bit less utility, at least the ability. Says during the system phase, you may choose any number of enemy ships beyond range 1. If you do, spend that many force to flip each chosen ship's dial face up. Of course, that First Order Courier only has a single force, so that's one dial you can look at in this matchup. Maybe it gives you the most value on the X-Wings who are at Initiative 4. But really, it's more just for the force.
Yeah, it's more for the force, but in clutch you can see where Karekun is gonna go. So I think the Snoke in this matchup is gonna be good if you can check where the AC play from Karekun is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the addition of Kylo on the other shuttle. I have soft spot for the true version of Kylo.
I mean, yeah, being able to set up that I'll show you the dark side is nice. I know the thing that a lot of people worry about is how do you get crits? Of course, in Samuel's list, he did bring TN3465. A lot of people call it Tina. Being able to change some of your friendly's attack dice to crits.
Yeah, and static can also make all of the results critical hits, which is also enabling that ability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to spend a focus on a target lock. Is that how that one works?
Yeah, both.
Yep. Which, if you have those sensor buoys set up, is easier to do than normal. Ooh, okay, we got a little bit of bump action there for Scorch. And I think it is engagement time.
Yes.
So will he go at the sensor buoy or at Tina? She has focus evade and the cloud right now. Very unlikely to actually push damage through.
I would actually shot the buoy at this point because you are not going to do any damage against Tina. So
I agree. And you got the target lock out there. I mean, I guess he did put it on the pilot. So here we go. 2 hits. Spend that target lock. Ended up with 2 hits. 2 squiggles out there. No damage.
did he just spend the evade token?
He did. Yeah, why? Why did you spend evade?
Maybe he had just a bit too hype about playing on GSP.
Yeah, it's like, oh, ah.
I know that the Lysander is playing first time on a stream, so he might be a little bit nervous also.
Yep. Fuck. Samuel said, I don't know. I'm not. It's like, I'm not paying attention. All right. It just might matter if the logistic division pilots, if they end up hitting them. Jonah, go ahead and slap an evade back down on TN. It doesn't matter. You can't alter an evade to an evade. Doesn't make any sense. All right. Might be getting some damage here. And choosing to... oh, sorry, only rolled 1 evade there. So Black Squadron Ace ends up taking 1 damage. And this resistance transport also has a couple of options. Snake Eyes, are we going to spend the focuses?
I would.
All the dice. Plenty.
Plenty of evades.
Five for fun. Now, during that engagement, Mrs. GSP walked into the room and asked, "Is it okay if I eat one of our leftover pieces of pizza?" I was a big fan of the pizza yesterday. I, of course, said yes. If you saw me shaking my head in the camera here. All right, plenty of evades after spending it. Keeping that evade token ends up mattering right there.
Yep, it did end up. Kare and Red Logistic is going to have really good flanking next turn.
I do like the positioning right now. I do like the position. One of the things, you know what I really want to see, Sammy? While in competitive play, we don't see Kara-kun too often. Seeing the one hard boost, her ability, while you boost, you can use the one hard template instead. It's just always super fun to see.
It is.
Of course,
Go ahead. I actually ended up using Kare-kun last time I played on GSP, and I triggered it twice, and both of the times I triggered it, it was serious help.
Yep. And I think if she had access to a focus boost or some type of linked action there, I think we would probably see her more.
Yeah.
Because of course the problem is, if you're boosting, you don't have mods, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's too bad the T65 has the focus into boost, and the T70s have the focus into barrel.
Mm-hmm. We need a Kara-kun only upgrade card. Let's go. AMG, make it happen. Kara-kun meta. Can you see it?
Yes. With the tail backslide. That would be also good.
Yeah. All right. Looks like they're ready to go. Next round coming up. Here we go. Lionheart in the chat says Afterburners kind of does that. You're right. But you only get to do it twice. I want to be able to do it whenever I feel like it. But you're right. Yeah, Afterburners on her would definitely give you that option. But then you're sinking more points into her, and that's where things start going off the rails, because you start looking at the value of other ships, what that cost.
Yeah, you have to keep most of the ships at this points range quite cheap, and the more you put them, the worse they become.
Alrighty. So both these guys really slow rolling, trying to take advantage of this opening joust. And you can tell Lysander does not want to give Samuel those sensor buoys. He's like, I'm not interested in giving you free target locks. That's why he's going nice and easy. All right, so it looks like we're setting up some target locks for the resistance transport here at the top of the board.
And you have a really interesting decision to make, that which pilot is the biggest threat in your eyes.
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to be going for static.
Which might end up be the right call, looking at the positions that the list have.
All right, just coming forward here. And going for that coordinate, bringing Tina into the left side, overlapping the cloud. Ends up taking the strain. I'm not sure that Lysander can do anything about that unless Lysander's arc ends up being on. But I think with a 1 straight, he might just be looking past TN365. I missed the
And
number.
with 1 bank, it's going to be bumped. So I think Tina is going to be fine for this round.
Yep. And then Tina might end up being able to set up that flank, bust a K turn, and be on the backside of this this slowly moving resistance. Another coordinate attempt. Going to Scorch. Scorch might be able to slot in right between those two side shuttles. Let's find out.
It's gonna be close, but I think he can do it.
You think that does that 3 bank like land right in that little pocket?
Yeah, I think it will.
Oh, that'd be pretty. What do you got, Samuel? What do you got? What's in the box? I guess we gotta wait for the X-Wings to move.
Yeah, he goes just past Tina, so Tina's gonna have a really nice time for next couple of turns.
Mm-hmm. And being able to avoid taking damage on her is really important because her ability requires you to off herself. So being able to hold on to that hull in the opening allows you to potentially use her ability to the fullest extent into the game. Now, Karakun getting aggressive here with a 3-turn, deciding it is time to get into the fight. I will go through these pillowy clouds. I mean, there's no shots coming in, so there's really no risk. No strain. And Static getting into probably what is range 2. Oh, that 3 bank.
Ooh, nice fit.
Oh my goodness. That makes me happy. That's pretty. I think we need to get GSP cam right here. Let's just take a look at that beautiful formation.
Plenty of room.
Oh, so nice. Chef's kiss right there. Alrighty, here we go. Pew,
I
pew,
would
pews.
shoot Scorch in here, in this position.
Scorch is the heaviest hitter in this list for sure. We'll see where the call is. Going into Snoke.
That's not bad idea, but there's just so much bulk there that I don't think it's a good thing to shoot first there.
I think probably his thought is that it is the most expensive ship, or one. Yeah, the side shuttles are more expensive than the TIE fighter, so you might be thinking going for points, which looks like he will be able to push at least 1 through here. It depends if he ends up spending the Snoke Force for defense. Does not. Takes both shields. Decides to keep it for offense. So I mean, maybe that's the idea, but I do agree. Scorch is going to be is more of an end game ship for Samuel. If you can get it off the board early, it could be big.
Oh, he just catches Tina.
Is he going to go for it? TN is stressed right now. No, he's going into the shuttle. Got it. Natties.
I don't really like that he shot there, because you could still have shot Tina, which would have been much better if you could have gotten any damage in.
Agreed. I mean, looking at the percentages, right? It's like you could potentially take a higher percentage of damage onto one ship than the other. Give you an opportunity to take a ship off the board sooner. And here we go.
Yep.
Scorch 2 hits and a crit. This is what I'm talking about. This is the heavy hitter in this list. That single addition of an attack die really can make a difference. I think he rolled too many dice, right, on agility there?
Yeah.
Yep.
They only have 1.
Yep. Got the squiggle. Takes 2. Maybe he was getting confused. You know, that's not a Covanel out there.
Yeah.
Covanel very often has 2 agility because of her ability. Here's Static with the follow-up shot. Seeing if he can get into the hole there. 2 more damage would be half points. Spend the focus. That's hit crit.
That's guaranteed crit at least for shield.
Took the shields down. And we still
That's
got the...
really good for first engagement.
Do the shuttles still have to shoot? No, they shot already, right?
They have
No,
not.
I think they... No, they have not. Yeah, here we go. So still has the possibility to get into that half points.
And has forced to back up.
On both shots.
Yeah.
Here we go. Shot number 1. Just barely range 2. 1 hit.
Oh, he can use Tina.
Oh, he sure did. And that changes that blank to a crit. While a friendly ship performs an attack, if you are, meaning Tina, at range 0 to 1 of the defender, you may suffer a crit to change one of the attacker's results to a crit. Got a blank there. That is hit crit getting pushed through. Half points, and there's 1 face-up card in there. There's the hit. This will be the crit. And what's in the box? It is a loose stabilizer.
Not the worst, but it's still gonna cause some problems later on.
Mm-hmm. So loose stabilizer, after you execute a non-straight maneuver, suffer a damage. And Tina can use her ability again here, guys. Decides not to. Right? Tina can do that as much as she wants, right?
Correct.
Every turn. So
yeah, every time.
Possibly a missed opportunity there for Samuel, or maybe he's being a little bit more conservative because she does have to suffer a crit. It would be a face-up card for her. Here's the resistance transport, trying to get some revenge.
Yeah, the static would be best choice as target right now.
Yep, has it at range 2. No mods there on the on that TIE fighter right now. Try to push through some damage here. Not going to be getting it. Spends the lock.
That's unlucky.
Oh, denied. That always feels bad when you re-roll and you get the exact same results. I would rather it be worse than the same thing. Like, did I even click the button? Did I even re-roll the dice? And that's the end of the engagement, I believe.
Yeah, I think Ice is on range. That loose stabilizer makes it a bit hard for the green because most likely he would have like to stop there, but now they can't.
Yep.
Without taking the damage.
Yeah, agreed. So being at initiative 1 now, do you take the opportunity to maybe go? Do you go fast forward? Maybe like a 2 or a 3. Try to see if you can get a block. Be disruptive.
Yeah, I would go for the tree bank for either direction to get a block of the side shuttles. You need some blocking. You don't want them to have any actions, right? And at this point, it's just flying brick. You are gonna lose it this turn. So might as well make most out of it.
Yep. I agree. And taking away those actions from the side shuttles, you got to remember, it's not just a focus out there. The side shuttles have the coordinate action. So most likely, Samuel wants to set up those target locks preemptively, or, the barrel rolls. We did see him do some awesome movements there. We saw Scorch being barrel rolled and 3 banking into the pocket. So Samuel is aware of some of the awesome combinations you can do with coordinate. So being able to take those away, high value.
Karaku needs to come and do serious damage this turn, otherwise it might slip out of his way.
Agreed. Bring that X-Wing in. It is time. By the way, here's a little bit of pilot profile. Cara Kun is the wife of Temmin Wexley in the Star Wars universe. For anybody who didn't know that. There you go.
That's nice.
The more you know. Now, where are we going? Where are we going here? Looks like Lysander is set, ready to go. The client, I would like to see the baby. Thank you so much for the sub. Oh, Dasimo83 has a suggestion for her subtitle. Should it be The Widow? I'm not sure. Do we know if she lived through the Battle of Exegol? I am not entirely sure.
I think she did. I'm not sure.
Now I'm curious.
Do you think we are gonna see talent roll from Static to get behind the green one?
I mean, I like it. You're talking about for Tina, right?
For Static.
Oh, for Static.
Yellow.
Excuse me. That'd be a pretty aggressive play. The talent roll that the TIE FOs have, is it a 3?
Yeah, it's 3.
I don't like the talent roll. I mean, maybe it depends. It depends if Lysander's been doing a lot of 1 straights. It depends on what you want to bet on. I think it might be safer to do the 4K.
TIE FOs actually only have the 4K and 2 sloops.
Oh, the sloops.
Sloops.
Oh, you go for the sloop all day.
Yeah. I always get those 2 mixed up, sorry.
No, no worries, no worries.
3 straight.
Yep, you went for the straight, just trying to get in the way.
And did not fix.
Now, what was the action? Did he? Oh, he just threw down a focus. Yeah, I think fixing the loose stabilizer, I think, would have been the priority, because if Samuel cannot shoot at that logistics division pilot, you end up setting it up for being more in the way, because you might end up wanting to do something like back up next turn and continuing to do that.
I would really like to see it from the yellow, from the red logistics division pilot to give body roll to Karen and not the focus.
Agreed. Yeah, being able to come through the backside, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those side shuttles, one of them bumping into the logistics division pilot, taking away one of the actions. The Kylo carrier ends up hitting the cloud, so takes away the action anyway. Does end up getting the strain from the cloud. Well, we haven't seen the X-Wings move yet. We'll see if they can get into an offensive position here.
Oh.
Okay. He was attempting the 3 turn. That's really aggressive, but ends up bumping. Takes a strain. But might have an opportunity to focus fire on another ship.
And now he's on the range of the buoy also.
Mm-hmm. Setting up some free target locks. Karakun taking it a little bit conservative. 2 straight. Has a focus already.
I would take a target lock at this position.
Mm-hmm. Maybe going on to Scorch.
Yeah.
And he's grabs a target lock. And looks like he's going to be focusing in on the shuttle. I don't fully agree with that, mostly because you can't focus fire there right now. Scorch is a higher value target on offense. But of course, if you do end up doing good damage, it ends up working out. But we'll see where Scorch ends up. Oh, look at that. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have been. You could have had 2 really good shots from both X-Wings against him. And shooting at the Xi shuttles, they are just so bulky with the 2 defense dice. Mm-hmm. And especially now with the cloud, it's gonna be nigh impossible to do any damage versus them.
Agreed. And really, the Psy shuttles are not endgame ships, right? Scorch is an endgame ship. The Typhos, they have... If you meet them in the end game and you've lost your X-Wings, you probably have lost the game. But if you have one of those X-Wings alive and you only have a Psy shuttle out there, even both, you have an opportunity to get behind them, shoot them down because they're not very maneuverable, and get there. So I understand the points priority, but right now we're firmly in the mid game. You got to set yourself up for a successful end game.
Yeah, and if I would have been Samuel, I would love to see Lysander just shoot the Xi shuttles. I would welcome it any day.
All right, spends the force there, ends up taking only 1 damage on the shuttle. Down the 4, still hasn't quite gotten half points. Has an obstructed shot. I mean, I think at this point, do you, if you're so worried about the shuttles, do you end up just going at the brown one now that you're 1 away from half?
Yeah, but you should have taken the target lock at that point.
I mean, I agree. I guess I'm not sure on the target priority for Lysander. I'm just trying to see right now where is the his best shot. So he is actually going to go ahead and go at the brown first order courier. Only 1 hit. Plenty of defense dice here. Should be fine. Confirmed. 3 evades.
They might be nervous and not play at their full potential because it is their first game on any stream, so that might also affect the gameplay a little bit. Mm-hmm.
And, my suggestion always, I know some people get worried about playing on stream. I think when you're nervous or anxious, I think it shows a lot of time you're like, it's not your best play for sure most of the time, but it does show kind of like your raw thinking, right? It's when you have those emotional hormones going, kind of when you're not thinking clearly, how do you think? And it's an opportunity to put yourself under pressure and try to get used to it. Like me, I will tell you guys, I've lost so many times on stream because I play for you guys all the time. I try weird lists and all this where I'm desensitized to it. Like it doesn't affect me like it used to. But at the same time, it's for competitive players or people who want to play more. I think it's important to put yourself in high pressure situations. You of course have fun and play the game, but if you're trying to improve yourself, you can get used to or at least improve your play in high pressure situations by simply putting yourself in the high pressure situations. And then when tournaments roll around, you'll usually find more success there. All right, got nattied out there. Sticks999, thanks for the sub. Woo, 25 months.
Yeah, games like this always they teach you more than normal game at friends' place would. And that's why you always want to also lose, because loss also gives you more data to work with and to be better with.
Absolutely. And I know some people I've heard both camps. There's people who say like, yeah, I never rewatch my stream games when I lose. I think that's the wrong way to do it. Watch it.
I love them. Every time I lose, I go over the video 2, 3, 4 times and see why I did everything wrong. If I win, I do not want to see them because I learn nothing from there. But if I lose, I want to see everything.
That's right.
That teaches me more.
It's true. All of it. Yeah, watching those losses definitely teach you a lot more. Like you can watch your wins for like the pride. You're like, yeah, here we go. But losing, you always learn more. You always learn more.
Just want to chime in here. I just started last year in early March, and so most of my tournaments have been online. And the best games I've had have been in the high pressure situations during GSP tournaments. And I've had some really awesome games there. I agree.
Alrighty.
And if you are in stream, you can always get somebody else's perspective also on the game, from commentating or from a friend. So that's why I also like it more. And I would encourage everybody to play on stream. Is it in GSP or somewhere else? Do it. It's for fun and you learn from it.
Yeah, 100%. And X-Wing Green Dragon in the chat does bring up an important point. It's also important to review why you won. Right? Because sometimes there is I won because of what I did. Sometimes there's I won because of the mistakes my opponent made. And sometimes you can definitely accident into a win. It 100% happens. So there's sometimes that perception where it's like, oh, I won. That means I've made all the right decisions. Not always. Not always. And sometimes you get bailed out by the dice. Let's be honest. It happens. We've seen it happen. But yeah, rewatching the own games are important. They're 100% important.
What do you think the Republic is not Republic? The Resistance is going to do at this position, because I don't like most of the ship's position from him.
Yeah, so he's got a couple of issues. Let's go through it right now. So one of the issues he has here, and I'm gonna switch to the Patreon cam because it'll be easier for me to point at some of these things. Let me go ahead and go there. So right here, you guys can see my hand now. So he has some initiative overlapping problems here. So you have this yellow division pilot. It's an initiative 1. And you would want to bring it into the fight, but right now you have the initiative 4 Karakun in front. So you would have had to take this division pilot before and come in through the inside below this obstacle to also have a line in. So now really your option is you're going to be forced to probably do something like a 1 forward and coordinate in order to actually have some value this turn. But of course then the problem is that you are delaying your engagement another turn. So you could either choose to bump and probably be able to shoot the following turn if you can get Karakun out the way. But if you want some type of value, I think coordinating is likely the best choice.
That's why I would have liked to see the coordinate last turn to get the barrel roll to prevent this situation.
Yep. And then this red division pilot, you need to bring it into the fight. Probably a 2-bank. What are the blue maneuvers on the transports here? It's the one bank.
Forward and 2 forward and 1 banks.
I mean, you can get rid of the stress now or later. I guess you could end up double coordinating. You could bank 1 to the right. Oh, I don't know. Well, we're seeing it here. Looks like Lysander choosing to bump on the bank there in order to at least relieve the stress and possibly make that transport more relevant.
Yeah, for next turn, 1 hard. It is red, yeah, but you're gonna be at least in the game again.
Oh, but they have R4 Astromech, so those 1 hards are red are white on
that is true.
On there. So I forgot about the R4 Astromech. So you do have some extra options to relieve the stress. So you have the 2 banks and the 2 hards. Ah, man, so that actually, realizing that, sorry I hadn't realized that in the onset, that does give you some more options, but I don't think that Lysander has taken advantage of it, unfortunately. He needs to get some shots in, but we have this Psy Shuttle looking for some jam.
That's a tasty jam.
Raspberry.
Ooh, just out of Kore.
So that's going to break the target lock that was on Tina. Two bank in. That gets rid of the stress and the strain. Remember, you can relieve a strain, a stress, and a deplete all on a single blue maneuver. Those have all separate triggers. Getting some bump action there from the Snoke shuttle. Not really minding. You have plenty of health there. You have a force to back you up on offense if you have anything in the arc.
Yeah, you're clocking the area for the Republic player. So why do I keep saying Republic?
You really want to see the Republic. You're jonesing for some Republic.
Yep. But I really like the position that Tina has. Now she is in perfect position to be at the back of all of the X-Wings and possibly one of them transport pods next turn also.
Now the Black Squadron ends up going through the cloud, currently pointed at Scorch. Not sure if Scorch is going to be moving. No strain through the cloud. And see, I also think, Sammy, you know that we have the Republic coming up, so you're just excited for that matchup. You're just like, all right, Republic coming.
Yeah. I am a bit, yeah.
And looking at the tokens that are out there right now.
That's nice fit there. There's a bit of room still between the cloud and the ship, so that's really nice.
Yep, just barely able to squeak through there. We'll go ahead and take a peek at that 1 bank. Nicely in the flank there, avoiding some shots going into Karakun. Did we get we get some buoys out there? Did the buoys trigger?
Yeah, he took one of the target locks last turn.
All right. And here is Scorch going range 1 into the Black Squadron ace. That X-Wing's only lost a single shield so far.
X-Wing shoots first.
X-Wing shoots first. Sorry, other way around. Yeah, they're both initiative 4, and Lysander has first player. Range 1. 2 hits. Got the average. Only takes a single damage. 1 shield off on Scorch. Not quite half points yet. Karakun continuing the onslaught into the brown First Order Courier.
I do not like this. Tina would be there really good at range 1. Maybe range 1, but at least range 2 from Kare. So I would shoot at the tie.
Did they check range? I'm pretty sure the Psy Shuttle is in range 1. It's just good, always good to check. Cool. All right, so there
I
was
would
that.
spend that focus.
He's got a target lock hiding underneath the wing. So I mean, if you're going to go for a big shot here, if you're trying to clear this off the board, spend the target lock.
You can actually kill him if you roll the blank into a hit.
That's right. All right, saw him just grab the lock. Digging for a damage. Spend the focus for 4. Yeah. Has a chance here. Oh, no.
Not enough.
Denied. Takes 2 damage. The shuttle is down to 2 hull.
That should put him on the lead but not by much.
Yep, 17 to 26. Lysander is up.
Ooh, Stick misses every shot.
Here's Scorch back into the X-Wing. And he's taking the stress, so he's going to take that additional dice. This is a 4-dice shot coming from from Scorch into the Black Squadron Ace. Nice.
Ooh, that's nice.
3 hits and a crit. We might end up getting half points right here.
He has target lock. No, wait, that's statics.
To agility. Hit crit. So both those shields are gone. Not quite half. Able to keep that hull intact, avoiding the crit. I'm sure he's happy about that one.
Everybody would be.
Yeah, exactly. Avoid crits. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. Psy shuttles are up. Oh, another missed opportunity for using Tina there.
Yeah, that actually is big. He should have checked that just in case. Always check everything. I learned that hard way.
Yeah. 1 hit, no evades, takes an additional damage. And the Snoke Shuttle deciding to go at Karakun. She is the most dangerous piece in Lysander's list. Spends a force for hit crit. Could use Tina right here. Decides not to.
Yep. That's 3 missed triggers this game now.
Mm-hmm.
But that would also be dead Tina at this point.
And this is very true. But I mean, it depends on that balance, right? Like you could have had a ship dead on the other side potentially. And that's the other thing is like we're not entirely sure Samuel's priority. Maybe he wants to just keep around that Initiative 4 TIE Fighter and said, hey, you know what? I know that Tina already lost a shield. She's down 1 shield, and from using her ability, but I want to keep that hull intact.
Yeah, and save it for the when it really matters shots, and not these maybe not shots.
Mm-hmm. 2 hits, takes 1. And that's half points on the Black Squadron Ace.
the Black Squadron tried to do 4K, but did not get it, so he's stressed also.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we'll get that updated in a second. Yeah, we got to lose one shield on Tina, please, on TN3645, whatever her numbers are. Alrighty.
Heroic.
Heroic. Not today.
That would have been the first trigger.
Mm-hmm. And missed opportunity there, right? Because that was one of the. Oh no, they don't have heroic on those guys on the couches. We're good.
Oh yeah,
we're fine.
Wrong pilots. I'm just so used to everybody having heroic on
right.
on the resistance side.
Right, it's like, why would you not?
Yeah, 1 point for emergency panic button. Yes, please. The green shadow still has the loose stabilizer, and that's gonna be a big problem that he did not fix it at the 2 turns ago. He's gonna be out of. Well, he can take actions, but he cannot shoot anything next couple of turns. Also, the Black Squadron having the stress for not getting the 4K in really hurts his actions this turn also. It's going to be really hard for those two to come back in the game. Also, Kare is at the position that I do not like at all. Yes, she can 4K, but it's still gonna be really bad position for her.
And also, that 4K can be pretty easily blocked as well right now. You just get the one hard from static, and I'm pretty sure that covers that pretty easily.
Yeah.
And now you're facing the wrong way with some TIE fighters on your tail. And the side shuttles can stop. They can also tactical bump, right? You can't. That's another idea as well. You just one forward into Tina so that the shuttle doesn't move.
Yeah, I would actually like to see Kylo's shuttle to stop and Snoke do tactical bump. It would clop up the field really nicely there for the FO player.
Right, looks like, and I understand why Lysander is a little bit. He's choosing those X-wings last because they're the most valuable pieces in his squad, and losing them that takes away the teeth.
Yeah, and it's fine to be a bit slow on the dials if you want to make sure they live, which is something that most people should realize, that if you have something that's expensive, take time. Mm-hmm. You can take a bit more time with the dials. It's okay.
Yep. This is the chess element of X-Wing, right? The chess-like element is like you got to be careful with those valuable pieces. I will tell you, I've been playing a lot of chess lately. Like before I go to bed, play like 4 or 5 games on chess.com on my phone, and man, I've been punished so many times for just like not taking a couple extra seconds to realize what I'm doing. I'm like, oh no.
When you look, you're just gonna release the button and you go, oh no.
Yep.
Can I ask your rating?
It's bad. It's really
okay.
Bad. I'm not. It has 3 numbers only. And,
okay.
Yeah. So it's bad. Mind you, I just started, so I've been only playing for on the website for a couple weeks now, so hoping to learn from some mistakes and bring that number up.
Yeah, and everybody starts from the bottom, so good luck.
Thank you.
If you ever want to play against me, I can play.
I am more than willing to be trashed.
Well, it's learning experience.
Right.
That sounds better.
Gus in the chat said, "How about playing chess sometime? Playing chess on stream? I'd probably do that like a random Friday night where I have nothing going on. Like, let's play some chess." I definitely confuse some people though.
Happy hour chess.
Make a lot of people mad by how bad I play.
But that's peak comedy, so that would be good.
Right, that's true. That's true. Like this isn't a strategy chess stream. This is all for the lulz.
I like the moves that he used on the logistics division pilots. He did take the hit from the loose stabilizer from greens, which is fine because I don't think he's gonna be shot this turn.
Yep. All right, got some.
Kyle.
Nice. Oh, Tina hits it.
Ooh, that's not a bump.
That's not a bump. So we're gonna get some shots out there.
I'm surprised that Snoke moved.
I'm same. This might give Lysander an opening here. Alrighty. So we have that black squadron, 2 bacon out.
Quad Print Yard has really awesome idea for you.
We should play chess, but every piece has a hull, evade, and attack dice. When you want to capture it, you have to roll accordingly. Oh, oh man, that makes things a lot riskier. All right, we'd have to balance it. We'd have to balance it for sure. Interesting. All right, so there's attempted the 4K, blocked by Karakun.
Yeah, I was afraid that the block is gonna happen, but they both got the blocks. But this is better for the FO players still.
Yep. Agreed. So there's going to be 3 shots going into that red logistics pilot. It's currently untouched, but could get into the half points. Hit crit. And looks like one of them is getting through there.
First shield, so it's still fine.
Yep, it begins. Takes a stress here. Here's Scorch. Big hit potential into Karakun. Only hit crit.
And I think that's just out of Tina also.
Yes, just out of range here.
Takes both.
Hit crit, so shield and half points. We'll see what the crit is. How bad are we doing? And it is a blinded pilot. Blinded pilot, taking away some of those mods when they come around. Can only modify with the force. Obviously, no force there on Karakun. And continuing the shots into the red logistics pilot. Range 1. And whiffs. Decides to hold on to the force for defense.
Which is a good idea.
TN. Range 2. Into the red transport. Got 2 hits. Double them up. Guaranteed to get at least 1. And gets 2. Shields are down on the logistics.
But does have a focus if he want to spend it.
Oh, he does. Sorry, didn't see that little focus hiding underneath there. He ends up not doing it and saving that focus for offense. All right. And one of each. They're going range 1. And safe.
Yeah, there was interesting idea. You could have shot to scores because Tina has focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at range 2, yes. All right, going into Brown.
Yeah, only needs... Oh, that's 3.
Oh, natties.
It can die.
Natties only takes 1. Fingers 96 in the chat. What's up, fam? All right.
I don't like that the Black Squadron ace last turn when he battle rolled him took also a focus which is red. Now he has limited moves that he can do to get that stress out and still be on the board. I think that's almost impossible also.
Yeah. The taking the focus on there was a little strange because there was the momentum of the movements was going down towards the bottom of the board. The focus, I understand, right? He has only 3 hull. He's trying to be defensive, but it was very unlikely that there would be shots because that would have meant that Samuel would have had to completely change the direction of his squad when he's got perfectly good targets going in that direction. So could end up hurting him.
And not having access to the boost after too hard is gonna limit the blue really much because he's still gonna have the stress if he does it too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna pay. The FO player loves this position really much. The FO player has played well, but there's also been good flying from Lipo. A couple of things not so good, but the general idea has been good.
Now, I will tell you in the TTS chat, Lysander thinks that his X-Wing will be flying off the board this turn. I don't think so. I think the too hard is pretty certain is on the board. Should be fine.
Yeah, the blue is also in an angle, so too hard will fit, in my opinion.
Yep. As long as he's not like too harding to the left, then you're probably off the board. If you go to the right, you're fine. And now with 6 minutes left on the clock, I want to remind you, everybody, that we have 1 more game left to go. And that means we also have 2 more sets of giveaways to do. We're giving away another $10 off into an upcoming Flight Club Championship qualifier. Essentially get you a qualifier for free. So stay tuned for that after this game, as well as a couple of GSP prize packs. Also wanted to note that I just finished this week shipping out all the Patreon items for January, and I'm moving now on to my shipping for stream prizes. So those will be going out here very, very soon. Looking forward to sending off some awesome stuff to you guys.
He backs with
I actually got my. Sorry, I was just gonna say I actually got my Patreon stuff yesterday, so
Whoop, whoop.
it's showing. That Republic Assault art is really, really cool.
All right, let me know if you're a patron in the chat. Let me know if you got your stuff. It looks like we got another one confirmed. Belinda Mood saying I got my GSP stuff. All right, made it up to Alaska. That's good. I mean, it should be in most places in the U.S. Confirmed in Cali. Lionheart said, my stuff got delayed in Iowa. Of course it's Iowa. What's the estimated time to Europe? Sammy, that's 100% true. Soon, TM. Yes.
You never know with Europe.
You do not. You do not.
I'm a bit surprised that the yellow logistics division pilot actually backed away.
Mm-hmm. All right, setting up a target lock from long range here from static onto the green transport. And we're bumping there. TN looking angry at that logistics pilot. The green one only has 2 hull left. Could end up being initiative killed.
Stays on the board.
Yeah, he's fine. He had plenty of space. Easy. All right, Karakun going 1 bank to the left. Ends up hopping over.
I hope he uses his ability.
Yeah,
We haven't
this
seen
is the
her
time.
ability yet.
Yes.
And there it is.
There, Karakun. Blue Ace. Let's go. That's a 1.0 callback, by the way, for anybody who's confused by the Blue Ace. And Static getting ready to help TN fire on that logistics division pilot, the green one, trying to get some more of those points.
Yeah, the FO has really nice positioning this round.
And here we go. You got Scorch taking the stress, firing on the red transport as it is its only shot. Got hit crit.
He has been rolling really well this game.
He has. And that crit is going to stick to the hull. That's half points also on the transport. It is a damage sensor array.
That hurts.
Only able to do focuses.
He has been coordinating a lot of this game, so that's gonna hurt a lot. We can actually see Static's ability this turn.
Oh, hit crit. Don't even need it.
Yeah, good rolls, so no need. Oh, he's doing it.
Spend it, make it double crits. He wants to guarantee it to be ugly. Shouldn't he have one more die because of the cloud?
It's not.
Or was it
what?
not obstructed?
Yeah, it was not.
Oh, it was not. All right. Well, takes a crit.
Takes the whole deck.
Whoopsie. Stun pilot. Don't touch obstacles. Obstacles bad.
And I think that was the sound of time.
Yep, this will be our last round. Samuel looks to have a pretty good lead here.
And that's a dead settle. That's really well flown from him.
And we're finishing off these last few shots, going into Scorch. Scorch at range 2. Has a focus, though. Unlikely to do much damage here. Spend the focus for 3. So he ended up switching to the shuttle. Got 2 evades, takes 1 damage, but that's enough to kill the shuttle, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5.
exactly.
So 101 to 52.